What's going on? It's your guy D-Money here from Juice Radio with the latest winner in our Fresh Coast Face-Off, Mr. John Salt of Itchy Metal Entertainment. John basically just got done defeating Repent 114-52, which is so bad that he should probably repent for it, with his single Dying to Live. John Salt has established a nice reputation by working with some key industry individuals in his career. So with that, nice to meet you, John, and how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm great, man. How you doing, brother? I'm doing real good. How are you?
Doing great. Growing up, you seem to have bounced around a little bit, having been born in Belgium of all places, plus have lived in LA, and then Seattle. So how did moving around so much when you were young, how did, by such drastic distances, affect you and eventually your music?
Man, honestly, I think music reflects life, and life reflects music in the rhythms and the sounds of everything around you. And don't forget, I also lived in Maui for a really long time. It just, having my father around, he influenced me with all types of music, and then just meeting different people. The culture in Los Angeles is so different. The culture in Belgium is so different. In Europe alone, the culture here is so different. With there's talent everywhere, but they look at hip hop. It's like we all love one thing, but we all look at it from a different angle. And I think that's what affected my sound. It affected me as a lyricist. In that way, Seattle taught me to be a little bit more technique sound. When I was in Los Angeles, they taught me that sometimes it's okay to dumb it down. I know it sounds almost like I'm saying something negative, but I'm not. Los Angeles, they have styles that their technique is pretty amazing. Their cadences are pretty amazing. But coming up here to Seattle, it changed my cadence. It changed the way I did things. I'm still aggressive when I rap, but it just working with and listening to artists like Rockwell Powers and Macklemore and all that. Like you can't help but adjust. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Seattle's a very chill town. It really relaxes you. But as far as this sophomore album that you released earlier this year, My Beautiful Insanity, it's a very curious title for an album. For those that haven't heard it, what's it all about, and would you really consider yourself as insane?
And I think we're all insane in one sense. I think anybody in the music industry, and I think you can attest to this, man. Like you being a music director and you're around artists all the time. Some of us are insane. First of all, to pursue this dream that it's not just a scary dream to pursue. It's once it becomes a reality, it just takes up a lot of your time. Now that I'm established with music, and now that I'm actually signed, and now I'm being shopped to heavier labels. I just see how much time it takes for me and my family. So yeah, insanity would be something that I would say I'm right on the verge of touching. But the album name, My Beautiful Insanity, was just me talking about life, man. The insanity of life, just me talking about the things I've gone through. You can see the difference in who I am as an artist. You'll be able to see who I am as a person, adjusting to becoming an artist. You'll see my aggression, my wit, my charm, and then at the same time, the issues that I went through, from sleeping in a park to, drug use and stuff like that. I won't get into detail with it, but, basically, you listen to the album, you'll hear My Beautiful Insanity, and to me, music is the most beautiful insanity on just ever created, so, yes, I am insane.
Yeah, and speaking on the single that actually won, Dying to Live, that's ironic because it sounds like you say in the song, but basically, it's just it kind of lives on that insanity kind of feel right there. This album, though, was released on Itchy Metal Entertainment, which is interesting in the fact that it's a very heavy metal label, and the rap contacts seem to actually all be from Washington. How would you describe your cohorts and Mike Drastic, aka, and the new guy Suede?
I don't know much about Suede. The little homework I did see, that I did look at with him. I was interested when I saw the single What's Goodington. I was interested just to see the name, the title. I was like, oh, what the hell is that? So it was catchy, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't exactly my flavor, but I did end up enjoying it. Mike Drastic, you just get pulled in with his voice. He's somebody who I think could be a real player in this game, as long as he could kind of get a break with things and kind of get people to continue to work with him, and as long as he continues his craft and stays humble, I think he could be amazing. Same thing with AKA just he just seems newer to hip hop, and just needs work. But other than that, I feel like they could be players in this game. We are complete opposites when it comes to music, and I come from a different type of hip hop, you know, but I respect everybody when it comes to hip hop, you know, and when it comes to the music, you know, and so I dig them.
All right, definitely. I'm curious about this next one though. I think I remember seeing you at the Sadie's Fight video release party for that video that never really saw the light, but haven't seen you really on a bill since. Is this basically your doing, trying to keep low, or had the right opportunity just not come up?
I haven't been on a bill in Seattle. I was on the college tour, Black College tour. I was in Atlanta, North Carolina, A&T, Alabama. I was all through the South. Then we stopped up in DC, and I came back. I kind of kept it to myself. I know I should play the game of being on Facebook, but the reality of it is, man, I just got so caught up in being on the Capitol tour, being on a tour with them. That's just what I focused on. As far as bills here, you know, myself and Wale's camp, we had something going. You know, it kind of faltered off. So hopefully we can get that back together. I'm planning on doing something a little bit bigger, something a little bit more community-like, to kind of reach the community, try to get as many people involved. Juice Radio it would be great to be involved. Just hip-hop heads, people who love hip-hop, go out there and show a community and show Seattle, instead of us always talking about all the talent we have, show Seattle, like, look at all the talent you actually have. Come out here and look at it, you know. So as far as bills, yeah, that is my doing, to stay away from it. As far as in the Northwest, I've been working on my craft. I'm not one of those artists that is in the studio every day. I laugh at artists that do that. If you're in the studio every day, that means you're not networking. You're not talking to the right people. I'm not in the studio every day. I am an artist developer. You know, I can't get into detail with that. It'll be announced sometime this week through Itchy Metal. But at the same time, so I am working with other artists, and I'm working with other genres of music. So that's the reason why I'm kind of off of bills in the Northwest. It's because I'm not in the studio, and I'm really busy. You feel me? So
I'm kind of curious about the Black College tour. I know a lot of cats in the Northwest don't even know what the fuck that is, but okay. What's that like, and how were you even received in that down there?
My chief consultant, Darrell Jackson. We call them consultants now for legalities, because I don't want to have a manager, because they take care of my legal issues too. My chief consultant, Darrell Jackson, basically he just called me, like, I signed with him on a Monday. He called me on a Wednesday morning and said, hey, I need you to fly out here in the next 48 hours. We will be starting at Tuskegee University. You'll be on a Black College tour. That's why I linked up with Wale's people. That's where, you know, I got to work with a little bit with Maybach, which I don't dig a lot of their music, but their people are amazing. If you ever get a chance to be around them, you would be like, these fools are not even famous. How are they famous? They treat you, it's amazing. But that's basically what it was. You know, my consultants are amazing. You know, from Darrell Jackson to Kevin Peterman, Carlina Elliott, Ashley Suber. Like, I have a full consultant team, full management team that, you know, ask them, man. They got me right on it. You know, so and the single Dying to Live kind of got me there. You know, so yeah.
That's cool. What's up next for you on the plate?
Oh man, well right now I'm about to release an EP for free. It's called the Overdose EP. It's just something to kind of keep momentum. I'm just gonna kind of let it go. These are the tracks that didn't make My Beautiful Insanity for content purposes. You know, I didn't want Mr. Fascio, my boss, to lose his mind when he heard this, and he'd be like, we can't sell this shit. You're pushing too many buttons. So Mr. Fascio, when you hear this, I will be pushing a lot of buttons. So, you know, take a lot of pills to relax. You're gonna lose your fucking mind, but I love you and you love me. That's why I'm your guy. But I'm releasing that, and I'm getting ready to release my first international album, the album that is taking me off my platform to another level. The Darker Side of Happiness, and it is just My Beautiful Insanity on steroids. I work with so many sounds, from, you know, electronica beats to techno to, you know, the heaviest grime style beats. You know, I work with a lot of UK people, and at the same time coming back and working with Northwest producer DJ Fennessy, who is the man, the best kept secret in Washington, and needs to be known by everybody. This man he's already busy. I'm trying to make him more busy. So DJ, when you're listening to this, sorry bro. but he's overseeing the whole project, and then we have, you know, players like Dave Hampton and you know, and his people. Dave Hampton has worked with everybody from Prince to Justin Timberlake. He's overseeing the whole project. So that's what's on my plate. Also, the Gray Area, my artist Free Black, he'll be putting out a whole group album called The Gray Area. Sorry, my son just threw me off. So the Gray Area album, and also I have an artist called Brandy Noel. She's from Hawaii originally. She's up here now. She'll be dropping a solo. We'll be working on her solo album. And also I am working on mixtapes. I am going to be on the new Turf War series and the new David and Goliath series, from everybody from Drake to Eminem to Jeezy to, you know, Wale, Jay Electronica, 21 in all mixtapes where I'm putting a single or two in. And I am get ready to go on the road with DJ Young C of Coast to Coast and Shadyville and G Unit Records. So other than that, man, and you know, and hopefully I go to McDonald's soon because I'm hungry. So I told you I'm busy, man, but I love cheeseburgers. But so that's what it is, man. And that's only half of it, though. There's a lot more, man. Like a lot of projects going, man. So some of it I can't legally we can't discuss yet. So, but yeah, that's what's coming.
Man, when you talk about what's on the plate, you gotta talk about McDonald's.
I told you, brother. I told you, when you hear what's on my plate, G, like, you know, I think you can respect this and appreciate this because I know you're a busy man. And I saw, just from seeing you that one day at that Sadie's Fight thing, the way you were being approached and the way people were trying to get at you, I was like, this dude is a busy man. So I know you can appreciate it. And that's why I make that joke. Rappers, get out of the studio. Yes, record and be good at what you do. You can rap anywhere, okay? There's no sense in going to the studio and recording something that is garbage. You know, you can practice anywhere. I'm just saying, get out of the studio and network. If you are an established artist, get out there and do something. You know what I mean? Like, that's why people are like, oh, you're not in the studio? No, I'm in the studio 3 times a week. I'm not in the studio 7 days a week. Brother, I got a family. I got shit to do. Anyways.
Oh man, thank you for bringing that home. But you say you're not on the web that much, but you are on somewhat. Tell them where they can follow you and find out what's up next with John Salt.
You can find me at www.johnsaltmusic.com. You can find me on Facebook. Just click in John Salt, Jon. There's no H in it. Spell that shit correctly. You can check me out, Itchy Metal Entertainment. Every time I do anything, Mr. Fossey was putting it up there. You can follow me at Twitter at John_Salt. Salt, like, you know, like the seasoning. And other than that, man, you can find me anywhere that's not the studio or McDonald's. I'll be there. Holla at your boy.
Thank you for the very entertaining interview, John, and best of luck to you.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Juice Radio, I appreciate you. Villain City, I love you. Gray Area, I love you. Everybody else, you just leave me alone. Peace.